title is called Empowerment of Aesthetics. And it means that aesthetics as something you sense with your body, the atmosphere that you feel, how you are evoked by that, should have equal importance when you make decisions as your rational thinking. In my perspective, architecture is complementary. In this case, it means that it consists of both a built environment and a grown environment. So the exhibition have two parts. One part is the fundamental part, very much related to Kohlhaas's issues, the fundamental in modernity. So in here you have some part of the historical documentation of the viewpoint of complementarity and the viewpoint of the aesthetic sense of nature. So you have, for instance, in here H.C. Ørsted, the scientist, description of his discovery of electromagnetism. It's a 4-page paper written as poetry. So in this time of Romanticism in Denmark, called the Golden Age, you have artists, painters, physics, scientists, politicians working together in a sort of common language. The other room you see images fading in and fading out, so they're not becoming very clear what they are. And this relates to the idea of when something becomes clear to you, like for instance the character of wave in light, the other character, particle, become unclear. So this principle we work with as architects. So when you see something very clear, something else disappears. So the images I show here is something that fading in and almost become for you a clear understanding of a space. And then it disappears again, and maybe there come in some elements from nature, vegetation, and then there come in built images. You see also a building material. You see we borrow clay from the Danish ground, which is the material that the whole culture is developed from. So we borrow some of this material, make blocks of it, and make it as a building material. It's a company in Denmark doing this, and it's the most sustainable building material in the world at the moment. Use no energy at all, except yourself put it together. You can build up and can stay there for 2,000 years. And if you don't want it anymore, you can give it back to nature. So that's another understanding of how to use building material in the future, having this respect or balance between the aesthetic and the rational.